NBA player Christian Wood wins full custody after toxic baby mama allegedly tried to set him up. The news hit the headlines and sent shockwaves through both the NBA world and social media. Christian Wood had officially won full custody of his child. Fans, sports analysts, and celebrity watchers were all talking about it, stunned by the dramatic turn in what had already been a tense and closely watched legal battle. The story wasn't just about custody, it was about a highly publicized struggle, where allegations of a supposed setup had made the situation even more complicated. The public had been waiting, some with skepticism and some with hope, to see if Christian could navigate the emotional and legal challenges without losing his composure. This was more than a court case. It was a test of patience, strategy, and character. Immediately, the story sparked curiosity. How did a young NBA player, already juggling the pressures of professional basketball, manage to protect his parental rights, overcome manipulations, and emerge victorious? The answer, though not fully visible at first glance, was about to reveal a side of Christian Wood that went far beyond the basketball court, a side marked by resilience, focus, and unwavering commitment to his child's well-being. To fully understand the magnitude of Christian Wood's victory, it's important to look at the background of the situation. His relationship with his child's mother had always been complicated, marked by disagreements, tension, and occasional public attention. While both parties cared for their child, the pressures of being in the public eye added extra strain to their interactions. Over time, the custody battle became more than a private matter. It was a story followed closely by fans, sports commentators, and gossip outlets. Allegations began circulating that the baby mama had attempted to manipulate situations to portray Christian in a negative light, creating what many referred to as a setup. Though the details were never fully confirmed, these claims intensified the drama, painting a picture of a high-stakes legal and emotional struggle. At the same time, Christian Wood was balancing the demands of his professional basketball career. Practices, games, and team obligations left him with limited time to focus on the legal battle, yet he knew the stakes were far too important to take lightly. The conflict wasn't just about winning custody. It was about maintaining his integrity, protecting his reputation, and, most importantly, ensuring a stable and loving environment for his child. Fans and media had watched past disputes, speculated on motives, and created narratives of who had the upper hand. But the truth was more complex. Christian faced a delicate mix of emotional, legal, and public pressures. This backdrop of tension, manipulation, and scrutiny set the stage for the dramatic victory that was to come, showing that this was more than a simple legal win. It was a test of character, patience, and resolve. While the public watched and speculated, Christian Wood faced the custody battle largely in silence, a struggle that few outside his inner circle truly understood. Balancing the grueling schedule of an NBA career with the emotional strain of a high-stakes legal fight was no easy task. Practices, games, and travel demanded his full attention, yet he remained committed to being a present and responsible father. The alleged attempts to manipulate the legal process added a layer of stress and frustration, but Christian refused to react impulsively or let the situation derail his focus. Every decision he made was calculated, from hiring trusted legal advisors to meticulously gathering evidence, ensuring that the truth would eventually come to light. What made this period particularly challenging was the pressure of public scrutiny. Social media was filled with opinions, rumors, and speculation, often painting the situation in a more dramatic or one-sided light. Fans debated online, some taking sides while others simply gossiped about the ongoing drama. Christian, however, understood that any hasty comment or emotional reaction could be used against him in the court of law, or in the court of public opinion. So he stayed quiet, letting his actions, preparation, and commitment speak for themselves. This silent battle required patience, self-control, and immense mental strength. It wasn't just a fight for custody, it was a fight to protect his integrity, reputation, and the well-being of his child. Through the tension, uncertainty, and relentless media attention, Christian remained composed, quietly preparing for the moment when justice and truth would finally prevail. After months of preparation, patience, and careful strategy, the day of the final custody decision arrived, and Christian Wood emerged victorious. The courtroom had been tense, with both sides presenting evidence, testimonies, and arguments, but what set Christian apart was his unwavering composure and focus. While the alleged attempts to set him up had cast a shadow over the proceedings, his legal team meticulously dismantled any misleading claims, presenting a clear, factual case that highlighted his dedication as a father and his commitment to his child's well-being. Judges, lawyers, and observers could see that Christian's approach was thoughtful and professional, not reactive or emotional. When the ruling was finally announced, Christian was awarded full custody. The courtroom reacted with a mixture of respect and quiet amazement. This wasn't a victory born from drama or public spectacle. It was a triumph of preparation, strategy, and integrity. For Christian, it was more than just a legal win. It was proof that patience, careful planning, and putting the child's needs first could overcome even the most challenging situations. Fans and media immediately reacted, praising his ability to stay composed and handle the pressure without compromising his reputation. In that moment, Christian Wood demonstrated that true strength isn't just physical, it's emotional, strategic, and resilient. The unthinkable challenge he had faced was now behind him, and he had emerged not only victorious, but respected, admired, and even celebrated for the way he handled the entire ordeal. When the news of Christian Wood winning full custody became public, his baby mama was caught off guard. She had anticipated a drawn-out battle, possibly expecting public confrontations or legal missteps that might work in her favor, but nothing went according to her plan. Instead, Christian's calm, strategic, and professional approach had completely shifted the balance of the situation. Outwardly, she tried to maintain her usual composed and confident demeanor, posting on social media and engaging in interviews as if she had expected the outcome. But internally, the reality of losing full custody, and the way Christian had conducted himself, hit hard. The alleged setup that she had hoped would discredit him or manipulate the process had failed, leaving her to confront the consequences of underestimating him. She realized that the tables had turned. Christian's quiet determination, meticulous preparation, and focus on the child's best interest had not only won the legal battle, but also strengthened his public image. Even her team, who had advised her throughout the process, felt the unexpected weight of the situation. They had anticipated a more conventional outcome, but Christian had outmaneuvered every tactic with precision and patience. While she continued to maintain her public presence, there was a subtle shift in tone, a recognition that she was no longer in control of the narrative. Fans and observers picked up on this change almost immediately. The victory was not just legal, it was strategic, and Christian's silent strength had fundamentally altered the power dynamic. The moment Christian Wood's custody victory became public, the reactions were immediate, intense, and widespread. Social media exploded with praise, support, and analysis. Fans flooded platforms with messages applauding Christian for staying composed, prioritizing his child, and handling the situation with maturity. Many highlighted that, unlike the usual celebrity feuds, this victory wasn't fueled by drama or public outbursts. It was the result of patience, careful planning, and strategic action. NBA enthusiasts and general audiences alike were impressed by how he balanced his demanding career with such a high-stakes personal challenge. Sports analysts and media outlets quickly weighed in, describing the outcome as a testament to Christian's discipline and resilience. They noted that custody battles are rarely straightforward, especially when public perception and personal reputation are involved. Yet he had navigated every twist with professionalism. Some commentators emphasized that his approach served as a master class in managing personal challenges under pressure, showing that maintaining calm and prioritizing facts can be far more effective than reacting emotionally. Social media trends reflected this sentiment, with hashtags celebrating his win, highlighting his parenting, and praising his composure. At the same time, conversations around the alleged setup circulated, sparking debates among fans and observers. While some sympathized with the baby mama's perspective, the general consensus leaned heavily in Christian's favor, recognizing his ability to rise above manipulation and focus on what mattered most, the child's well-being. This blend of public admiration, media validation, and strategic courtroom success elevated Christian's image beyond the basketball court. It wasn't just a legal win, it was a public display of character, patience, and intelligence, leaving both fans and the industry with a lasting impression of his maturity and integrity. One of the most impressive aspects of Christian Wood's victory was the quiet strength he displayed throughout the entire ordeal. Unlike many high-profile disputes that play out in public with constant statements, posts, and heated reactions, Christian chose a path of patience and strategy. He didn't need to argue online, respond to every rumor, or create spectacle to prove his point. His silence, combined with careful preparation and unwavering focus on his child, became a powerful statement in itself. Fans, analysts, and even rivals quickly recognized that his composure was not weakness. It was a deliberate demonstration of control, discipline, and maturity. This silent approach also sent a broader message about responsibility and priorities. Christian's decisions were clearly guided by the best interests of his child rather than public approval or media attention. By choosing to focus on preparation and facts rather than confrontation, he maintained credibility and integrity throughout a situation that could easily have been sensationalized. Observers noted that the quiet confidence with which he navigated the battle reflected a level of emotional intelligence that is rarely highlighted in celebrity legal disputes. His silent strength wasn't just about winning custody, it was about demonstrating that real influence and power often come from restraint, foresight, and consistent action, rather than loud statements or impulsive reactions. Ultimately, Christian's silent strength elevated him beyond the immediate victory. It showed that he could manage personal challenges under intense public scrutiny while maintaining his career and public image. His approach left a lasting impression, teaching fans and observers alike that handling high-pressure situations with intelligence, patience, and calm determination can be far more effective and far more respected than reacting with emotion or anger. With the court's decision granting Christian Wood full custody, the balance of power in the situation had decisively shifted. The baby mama, who had previously attempted to influence the narrative and allegedly manipulate the legal proceedings, was now faced with the reality that Christian's consistent, measured, and professional approach had outmaneuvered her efforts. While she continued to maintain a composed public image, it was clear that she no longer controlled the story or the legal outcome. Christian's win wasn't just a legal victory. It was a demonstration of resilience, patience, and strategy that left both the public and those directly involved recognizing his authority in this personal matter. For Christian, the victory represented more than just custody rights. It symbolized the culmination of months of quiet preparation, restraint, and prioritization of what truly mattered: the safety, stability, and happiness of his child. The public perception shifted in his favor, with fans, media, and NBA insiders praising his maturity and strategic thinking. Even subtle aspects of the power dynamic, control of the narrative, credibility with the court, and public respect, tilted decisively toward him. This moment reaffirmed that calm, calculated action can achieve results far more effectively than reactionary behavior or attempts to manipulate circumstances. The story concluded on a note of quiet strength and resolution. Christian had not only secured custody, but also earned admiration for the way he handled the challenge with professionalism, dignity, and focus. His child's well-being was ensured, the narrative was in his control, and the lessons of patience, strategy, and emotional intelligence resonated with fans and the wider public. What began as a tense and uncertain battle ended as a clear statement: measured action, self-control, and prioritizing what truly matters can redefine any power dynamic, leaving a lasting impression that goes far beyond the courtroom.